Let's take a step back and ask ourselves, how much is Ethereum actually being used? Let's forget about all these layer 2 solutions that don't produce a lot of gas revenue anyway. Let's talk about Ethereum itself, the base chain. Since the merge, so since Ethereum moved from proof of work to proof of stake, the inflation of Ethereum became negative. So the new word is ultrasound money. Ethereum isn't inflating, Ethereum is contracting in supply if it's used enough. So the website is ultrasound.money. And over here, we can see right now the inflation is minus 0.208% per year. And this is fluctuating because the usage of Ethereum is fluctuating. Currently, with altcoin season, with a lot of speculation on the altcoins on Ethereum, the burn is increasing or the supply is shrinking. Now let's have a look at a few interesting statistics of the usage of Ethereum. This here is the net Ethereum emissions after EIP 1559. This is when the gas fee structure had been changed. And we can clearly see the merge over here. What used to be an expansion of Ethereum every day, right here's the zero line, is now pretty much every day a shrinking of ETH supply. Now here are the number of transactions on the Ethereum network per month. Here's the bull run in 2017 when Bitcoin hit 20K, then the subsequent bust, the ICO tokens all went down. And then we got our recovery again with an all-time high of Bitcoin and Ethereum in Q1, Q2 of 2021. And there was a bit of growth from one peak to the next. But it appears just from the transactions on Ethereum itself, growth has halted to a degree. The very last bar, by the way, here is not complete. It's not yet the end of December. Here's the number of active addresses. And this looks worse. This seems to be shrinking even faster. Let's compare the two, right? Number of transactions, number of addresses. Transactions, addresses. They're both going down since April of 2021, but the addresses are going down more. In other words, the addresses that stay tend to make slightly more transactions. But still, it's not good when there's no expansion of usage, because probably a lot of the usage is now moving to those layer 2s. And the issue for Ethereum holders is that those layer 2s do not produce a lot of gas fees. They don't produce a lot of burn for Ethereum. It's nice for the end user. You don't have to pay $100 to buy an NFT, but it's bad for Ethereum holders that want appreciation, that want burn, that want a shrinking supply. Here are the videos that work on YouTube. XRP will be $12,000 guaranteed, or an AI explosion, top 3 cryptos to buy in November. A lot of pushing of greed, that's what gets the clicks. What doesn't get the click is a tutorial on how to make backtests, on how to build those sheets that in the end figure out what historically worked well in the past. The backtest that I often show here on this channel. I still very much enjoy producing this kind of content though. I also share these kinds of sheets, but I don't do it on YouTube. It's rather a small circle. We are less than 100 people that signed up for premium. You also get direct access to me. Feel free to check it out. It's thebitcoinstrategy.com. Here's the number of new addresses. In other words, how much new onboarding is happening. A relatively constant level, slightly below 2.5 million per month, and a quite predictable path. Now here's an interesting chart behind me. What we see over here is how massive those waves in crypto are. We've got two effects that lever on top of each other. Here we've got the Ethereum Onchain volume monthly measured in dollars. And this spikes up massively and then crashes massively because this is a function of two variables, right? It's number of transactions times the transaction value. And both go down in a bear market. The price of ETH and all kinds of tokens goes down, but also the activity with which those tokens are being traded goes down as well. So both the crashes and the rallies are amplified here by two factors. And this gives us a good gauge of what a peak looks like. The end of 2017 and April, May of 2021 align very well. Our lower floor is now higher than what we had in 2018, 2019. And we are, of course, still very far away from these massive hype times, which of course would indicate that this rally might last for a bit longer, right? It might only stop once people get super excited, which we don't yet see in the data. I want to show one more nerdy graph. Some people might not know what this is. This is the revenue of MEV bots, of miner extractable value bots. So when you're swapping a token in Ethereum, your swap data is actually not directly issued on chain. It first goes into a mempool, which allows some smart people to write trading bots to just buy and sell before you, making some additional profit in the meantime. This is common practice in traditional finance. There you've got pay for order flow. It's also common in crypto with those MEV bots. Now, what's interesting about this chart is just how much MEV there is. There was a huge growth phase up until November of 2022, but now we've got a consolidation and equilibrium. The front-run bots have outcompeted themselves. The market has consolidated, and now roughly 26-27% of all transactions are front-run transactions. So if you're interested in looking into that topic, it's probably too late. That market has pretty much matured, at least according to that chart. What do we learn from all of this? First, we learn that Ethereum isn't growing as quickly anymore as it used to in the early days, right? The number of active addresses, the number of new addresses isn't really rising that much. But what we can also see is that currently we are not in a hype stage. Currently, the transaction volume measured in dollars is not at a peak, implying that potentially the current price rally can continue for a while. I don't have a crystal ball either. This is simply just the way how I interpret the data. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. One more thing, there's a public Telegram channel. Feel free to join. Feel free to chat with us. The link is down below.